this is S7E26 So here on the go, and it's already January 2nd. Just got back home and I completely forgot about that, but I didn't do a year in review as I've always done every year on this channel, and yeah, so this is the year in review. And yes, that is the soon-to-be face of Suki, my beloved road tripper IS300. Yeah, that's gonna be on there really soon. What did we do this year? That's right. We now live in El Paso, but before then we were in Colorado Springs, and we went to the gorge. The gorge that is in Carson City. I always wanted to go there, and yeah, we finally made it. The first time we went there, it was closed due to COVID, but they finally opened it, and I was able to go there and take you guys along. And I have to say, Suki did cause a little bit of a stir as well. Then it was time for me to surrender the keys to the apartment because we were moving back. Well, we were moving back to El Paso, and I had to sever my long relationship with my chair that I bought back in 2008. I do have a new one, which I like very much, very much. Oh yeah, so I slept in storage. I think I took the bus from El Paso to Colorado Springs. Yes, I do take the bus. I fly only when I have to, because I'd rather be on the ground than be in the air. So that's me. I'm just crazy like that. And I missed my spot. I woke up and I was leaving Colorado Springs, so I had to get back to the next stop, which luckily was not too far away. I think it was what's up there? The next stop was Denver. It was not too far away. So, and as soon as I got off that bus, I caught the very next bus heading back the other direction. I got so blessed by catching that bus. And as soon as I got there, I had to wait for a cab to pick me up from the station, which was relocated from an actual bus station to under a bridge. Thank you, Colorado Springs. And then decided to crash in my very own storage. Now it's a road trip, right? That's how that went. I decided to go to Mesa Verde. I always wanted to go there, but I had no idea how big it was. It's a place that for me to go there, I'd have to spend several days to be able to explore the whole thing. And I think there's even camping grounds there. I had no idea, and we did reach it, did see it. We did see the visitor center, which was closed because I think it was still closed due to COVID, and so it was a certified bona fide fail. But the drive, though, that drive up there or down there or whatever, we drove over a mountain. It was glorious, bruh. We stopped by a place I always wanted to visit since the first time I lived in El Paso, and that is the Butte of the Elephant, or should I say Elephant Butte. We stopped by there on the drive to El Paso, and it was cool. We didn't do much over there. I just wanted to see it and show it to you, and I do plan to visit it again this year, but we'll actually do stuff over there. Maybe go on a boat ride over there. I don't know if they have attractions over there, or if those boats I saw or those jet skis were privately owned boats. I don't know, but at least we will definitely make our way up there just to chill, and depending on what's possible over there, I might show you what goes on over there. But we went, and it was nice. And yeah, my bum days came to an end. I had to get an apartment, which is this apartment. And yeah, I think I showed you guys some of it right before that I actually moved in. So yes, this is my apartment tour. It's not much, but there you go. Lucille, my beloved 2015 Hyundai Veloster Turbo, my daily driver, or should I say my daily car. Apparently the dealer at the Springs did not do a good job with its not coilovers, but with its spark plugs and coils. When I was driving the car down here to El Paso, and when I got to Las Cruces, New Mexico, which is about 20 minutes away from the borders of El Paso, the check engine light came on and the car started to misfire on all 4 cylinders. It was a nasty drive. I thought about leaving it at the Las Cruces dealer, but I'm like, I can't do that because the car was packed with all of my stuff. Well, not all of my stuff, but it was packed with my stuff. And I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. I have to first go down there and settle down and everything. And yeah, so that happened, and it went to the dealer over here in El Paso, which I found out that the car needed a new engine because of the fact that the coils and the spark plugs were not installed correctly. It caused subsequential engine damage. However, I found out from the dealer that supposedly Hyundai has been getting, Hyundai's been doing a lot of engine recalls on certain models, and mine was the first one with engine issues. So I don't know what's going on with that. Though the car, as you see, the new engine, or it's not a completely new engine with everything brand spanking new, but I guess the core of the engine is, or certain parts of the engine now are brand new, which I guess counts as a new engine. So at this point, we moved in, and I decided to go back to Elephant Butte, and that's how that went. And I went to the movies for the first time since COVID. I don't remember what movie I went to see, but yeah. Then we went to White Sand, and I think it's fair to say that this was our first official road trip on the channel. We went to White Sands National Park. Well, not National Park. I think it's called White Sands. I think it is a national park. White Sands National Park, and yeah, the sand is really white out there. It was a fairly hot day, and walking out there in the white, I actually started going blind. It's like my eyes couldn't adjust with all of the white, and it's like I started to literally go blind. I had to close my eyes and walk back and get out of there and go where the green was, you know, with the herbs and stuff, so my eyes could like readjust. It was such a weird thing. But and I think Transformers 2 or parts of Transformers 2 was filmed there. So but I couldn't go all the way in there because at the time I think I was driving Suki, and Suki is a rear wheel drive car. I kind of needed, or felt more confident driving with a front wheel drive car, which is what Lucille is. I think I may have to go back there this time driving Lucille so I can actually go further in, because there is a concrete road that goes through the park, and it goes all the way deep into the dunes, but I think about maybe 2 or 1.5 miles until the actual main dunes part, the concrete stops and you're driving on sand. So I did not want to get stuck out there with Suki being a real rear-wheel drive car. I decided to turn back. But you know, we did get deep, but not that deep as I wanted to. So I think we might have to come. So I think we might have to go back to actually complete that. I had to make this video, which I think I'm gonna do a part 2 to it, which is Dear El Paso drivers. Just things I noticed about El Paso drivers this time around being here again compared to the last time I was here, which was back in 2014. The drivers back then were much better, but today it's like, the heck is going on here, man? So yeah. Let me see. We went to Meteor Crater in Arizona. I think this was during the main road trip of the year. Oh, just amazing. Amazing. And here's a sample of that. We also went to Petrified Forest before going to Meteor Crater, and that was amazing. They have these soaps. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go grab that. They were selling these soaps, and I just bought it, like trying to try something new. And man, I should have bought more. The next time I go there, I'm gonna buy a lot more of this soap. And this is this soap right here. I'm not sure if the camera can focus. 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 There it is. There it is. This right here, man. The next time that I am visiting that place, and I am going to go back because there's a vlog that I want to film there that I didn't get the chance to film last time. But let me tell you, I'm buying more of that soap. So that's how it went down at Petrified Forest. If you've never been, you need to go. After Meteor Crater, we did the awesome. I was trying to actually stay at a hotel at the nearby towns, but the hotels were so sketchy, so sketchy. I did not want to stay in them. They look abandoned from the outside, and I also did not want to leave Suki out there because that car garnishes so much attention. It's not even funny. Everywhere I go, people are pointing. You know, whether they hate it, which is rare, or they love it, which is the usual response, it attracts so much attention. I did not feel comfortable leaving Suki out there without being tampered with overnight. So I decided, you know what? Let's drive up to Page, Arizona, and then we will get a hotel and sleep there. I think it was like late afternoon. I think it was like maybe 5 p.m. when I was done with the crater and at the nearby town down the street. And I decided to just fly out to Arizona, so to speak. And we were getting it while the getting was good on the road. The West is beautiful. I love driving in the west of the United States because the scenery is just awesome. We got to Flagstaff pretty fast. Then we went from Flagstaff, went straight up north, straight to Page, Arizona. And I had no idea the scenery that I missed, because by the time I left Flagstaff, about an hour later, it was complete darkness, and and on top of that, it was raining. So we decided to explore. We saw the dam that's up there, the one that borders Arizona and Utah. And we also, for spits and giggles, we saw where Stradman parked when he was driving his Lambo from Newport Beach, California. Or was it no, not Newport Beach, but the dealer is called Lamborghini Newport Beach. He drove from there going home to Utah, and he parked at the Walmart in Page because he said that he couldn't find a room that was within a fair price because there was something happening in Page. So all the hotels were booked. So he decided to buy a tent and slept inside that tent, but the tent was put on a dirt bank that's right next to where the lot of the Walmart was, and then he parked his Lambo close enough, and we found the exact spot, which was cool, you know, because I follow him, and I think he's a cool dude, and he's inspirational. So I was like, hey, let's go find it. And at first I thought I found it and I was way off, until I actually looked up the video and looked at the thumbnail, and there was this big boulder that was there, and I was able to spot the boulder, you know. Granted that the boulder was moved over, but it was still there, and that helped me to narrow down the exact parking space, and that was so much fun. If you've never been to Page, Arizona, I don't know, I honestly don't know what you're doing. You are tripping. You need to go. Page, Arizona was, I can't wait to go back. I cannot wait to go back. Following Page, we went to Horseshoe Bend. I always wanted to see Horseshoe Bend. I've seen it in so many books. I've seen it in so many places, and I can't tell you just how much that I wanted to see this thing, and it's awesome. And it looks like that you can also kayak your way around the bend too, so that should be something I'd like to do on this channel pretty soon, sooner than later. Then unfortunately we had to leave Page, Arizona, so I decided to drive Route 89 straight down to Flagstaff, and what a choice that was, because man, the views just kept getting better and better and better. And especially that one point where I had to stop and get out of the car because I just couldn't believe how awesome the view was. And this is how that went. We had to make a change into our road trip because I wanted to go to Sedona National Park and spend a couple of days there, but as the days went by, I kind of realized I kind of needed to go. There's some things I had to come back here and do. We decided to skip it for now, but Sedona is on my bucket list for this year. But we went straight to Tucson, Arizona, and there we went to Saguaro National Park. I think it's called Saguaro, but it's what's famous over there are the cactus trees, or the cacti, because it's home of the biggest cactus tree, I guess, species in the United States, and man, they were tall. After that, we went to Tombstone, Arizona. I've seen the movie Tombstone a long time ago. I forgot most of it. I bought a copy in Tombstone, Arizona, because what better place to buy the Tombstone movie than in Tombstone, Arizona. But for the longest time, I did not know that the gunfight at the OK Corral really happened. I've heard it used many times in language, okay? I've heard that reference in movies, but I never knew the gunfight at the OK Corral actually happened. I think it was, what, October 26th of 1881? I don't know. But it's in the 1800s. I'd say the 1880s, and I'm pretty sure it was October 26th. But we went over there, explored. What makes Tombstone so cool is just that they preserved the old ways. It's like literally stepping in time into the old ways, and it was so awesome to do. And yeah, so that's how that went. So if you've never been to Tombstone, you need to go. The actors at the show were awesome. They made it fun, they made it believable. We are going to go back there this year because there's a couple of things I just didn't get the chance to see. There's a gun stunt show, there's another show after that, and there's a gun museum where supposedly the .44 Magnum of Dirty Harry is there. And also there's a couple of guns from the movie Tombstone that Kurt Russell signed himself that are also over there as well. So I'm definitely gonna go back and check that out. If you've never been to Tombstone, you need to go. Get up, get out, and do it. And one more thing about Tombstone, going to the cemetery is a must, man. The tombstones there are sort of craziest tombstone. Like the tombstones there are sort of or like what's written on them is like so unorthodox. But it was great just to visit the town and see how things used to be for the most part. So this year it's gonna be interesting. We are definitely gonna go out and do stuff. We are going to get up and we're going to get out and we are going to do it. And of course, in traditional Zoom 360 fashion, I am taking you along for the ride. To start off the year, I'm going to concentrate more of what El Paso has to offer. Maybe take a tour of the city, or something like that. So I'm going to do that research and I'm going to take you along for that ride. And then we're going to gradually start to venture outside of the city. I've noticed that, well, I kind of thought about it. For example, when I lived in Colorado Springs, I failed to really explore the city itself. I think that from now on, if like wherever I go, should I go to a different city again, I'm gonna start from that city and venture out and not just go outside. So we will start with El Paso, what El Paso has to offer in terms of cool things to do, because I've noticed a couple of things, so I'm gonna look into them and I'm taking you along for the ride, as I said before. Suki is currently going through her version 4. I foresee version 4 at the latest being completed in June, as in the first week of June, preferably prior to the Superman Festival. The Superman Festival, which I'm aiming to go this year. Yes, there is the Superman Festival, and yes, it's held in Metropolis, which is a city at the bottom edge of the state of Illinois. It's a great time. It's such a surreal place to be. It brings out the inner child in me. Right now, we're waiting on parts, and then I will keep you guys updated on how the car is doing in terms of being prepared for the road trip, because I like to make sure that it's good to go, just so that I don't get stranded out there. Though I had a close call, which happened while I was on my road trip. Always try to make sure that crazy things don't happen while I'm on the road. But oh yeah, and I think we have footage of that, don't we? So this year should be fun. On a different note, last week on Wednesday I lost a dear friend of mine. I was hoping that she would at least make it through the new year. She didn't. She passed away. So on that note, make sure to cherish the people that you love in your life. Life is about many things. Sure, money is important. Sure, career is important. Certain things are important. Road trips are important. But life is about people. Make no mistake. Life is about people. And take time to nurture your relationships and value the people who are in your lives, because tomorrow is truly not something that's guaranteed to you. And believe me, your time as well as mine will come. And what that my friend has reiterated to me yet again is life is about people and what you do to impact people. And it was amazing to see those who showed up in support of her to send her off, and it just showed me just how much that life is really about people. So take the time to really do that. And on that note, this completes my wrap-up video for the year 2021. I hope we do a lot more this year, and 2023 should be exciting, because if everything goes right and we don't get invaded by space aliens, I should be welcoming the third lady or the third car that will be joining the channel. Lucille also this year will be going through some mods herself. I thought about selling her just because of the whole thing with Hyundai, but I've kind of grown fond of the Veloster Turbo. It's the perfect daily for me. And that car is also paid off. It's a big plus because I'm not paying a bill on it. It's been paid off now for a long time. And so I've decided to keep her, and she's going to be going through her mods this year as well. And yes, she will be superhero themed. I have an idea of what it's going to be. Right now it's between four choices of superheroes. I have to choose one, but that should be fun as well. I will keep you guys updated on that, and I can't wait to take you guys on the road with me in 2022. I think that's all I got for now. So this is Zoom 360 inviting you to get up, get out, and do it. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.